All right, guys, it's time for the second pod. We're going to be talking about some of the coaches that have been let go, some of the coaches that walked away, and we're going to be seeing did they deserve it? Where do they go next? And what's the next step forward for Real Madrid? We're going to start with Xabi Alonso. He stepped away from his position this week. After we talked about it in the last pod, should he stay? Should he not stay? Is he going to get fired? What do you guys think? Do you think it was rightly deserved that he walked away? Because people say that he walked away, but we all know he got fired. What do you think, Ralph?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Did he get fired or did he walk away? We don't know. It's all behind closed doors. I'm going to go with, I really don't think he walked away. He's a player that, he's always been competitive. There's no way he just walked out on a coaching job like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking they said, hey, you can walk away, but you're fired.
He's a club legend. So, yeah, they wouldn't, I don't think they would just be like, you know what? We fired him. He lost one Clasico, and then he's getting fired. It's kind of a crappy way to go out. But what do you think, Jess?
I feel like he. Wait, what was the question?
Whether he got fired or he walked away.
I think he got fired. I mean, yeah, they say, he walked away and everything, but I don't think he actually got. I don't think he actually just walked away from the thing. I mean, at Leverkusen, he did really good. He's like, maybe I'll do really good in Madrid. Yeah, he didn't do as good as people wanted him to, but he wasn't doing the worst. He was in second place.
They're in second place. This is what gets me. How do you fire a guy for losing to Barcelona in a Supercopa?
Because it's not the way that it's not that he lost. It's the way he lost is the problem.
I understand.
He's lost the dressing room. The people in Spain already. I know they're probably already sick of him. Like it's not that he loses, and it's not that he's in second place. It's the way you play, the system they play, the way he acts towards the superstars. This is a team that always is like the gold standard, Champions League, winning La Liga. They're not even getting close. They're not making any progress to beating Barcelona. And Barcelona has a couple of 17, 16-year-olds coming off the bench, people playing out of position, and they're getting completely outcoached, outworked every single time they play.
So you think it's him being, I'm a Real legend, and he doesn't want these superstars overshadowing what he did at Real?
He's a tactician. And that job, to be a Real Madrid coach, you got to just sit back and let the superstars do whatever they want. It's a team that it's not a Dortmund. It's not a team where, let's have the coach come in and he's going to set up this game plan, and if it doesn't work, everything goes out the window. This is a team that's ran by superstars. Since the beginning of Real Madrid, it's always a team ran by superstars. You had Cristiano Ronaldo over there. You had Luka Modric. You had Toni Kroos.
Hugo Sanchez. You
had Benzema. Like who are going to tell those guys that they have to do? They have to do this certain type of system. So that's just how it is. It's kind of sad to see a guy that was so highly rated get dragged through the mud because his players just don't want to listen to the guy. But
he's not a guy that is controlling egos then. That's what you're saying. He wants to. So at Leverkusen, he didn't have a giant superstar. So he was able to take all these players, put them together, and have his tactics. And you're saying that's why it worked. But for Real, you can't do that.
Nope. It's college basketball pretty much a lot of the times. College basketball, it's not the team with the flashiest superstars that win March. It's the team that has all the guys that are all fundamentally that can do one thing really well and just get through and win Champions League. For Real Madrid, it's not about that. It's about superstars, and that's what it is. You can't play like that there. It was a bad appointment even to begin with, I think. I think it was a bad choice to even get the guy in the first place. You saw what he did at Leverkusen. How was that going to work at Real? I don't know. It's a bad look overall. The whole entire thing is bad. Real Madrid's signing him, Xabi taking the job, and the superstars, all three of them have blame here.
And you know what's funny? Sometimes you can lose a locker room, but people won't really notice. But like we said last time, you have your superstar walking out on you, not even anywhere near mid-pitch. Well, Vinny, the only one.
Well, I'm saying, there's some people that...
So you think he's the only problem?
No. There's multiple...
No? Who else is a problem?
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
Yeah, if you think, because when they lost us the Super Copa, the, Xavi Alonso, he wanted to give them the guard of honor, like just stand there and watch them lift the trophy.
Yeah.
Mbappe told his own coach to get over here and not do it, and Xavi listened to him. I think Mbappe and every
Was that
manager-
something somebody heard or?
you can see it. It's in the
Oh,
people
there's a
recording.
video?
There's a video where Mbappe, like Xavi Alonso, he's standing there like watching Barcelona. Mbappe calls him and he goes like this, telling him to come back. But also
You know what?
Mbappe,
I saw that ceremony. I did not catch that.
but Mbappe, like at PSG, there's been like 5 managers and the only manager
but-
that survived over Mbappe was Luis Enrique. The other ones either got sacked or quit.
Yeah. And let me ask you this: what about when Messi lost the World Cup to Germany? He got second place. He didn't want to shake anybody's hand. Is that a problem? Nobody said anything about Messi not shaking hands.
Those are completely different things.
Oh, what do you
different.
mean?
Completely different.
Wow.
Because Messi is known, he doesn't have a reputation of him throwing his toys out. You know what I mean? And Mbappe, it's not like this is the first time when we're like, oh, Mbappe's so bad. This is repeat, like Jazz said, this is not the first coach that's been sacked under him. And it's pretty coincidental that the guy's in the middle of it every time.
So it's always him.
It's not always him, but when you have that reputation, it follows you. Your reputation in football it carries, and he's always the guy that when things start going wrong, the coach
Everybody
leaves and
looks at him.
he stays
Yeah,
there.
okay.
They don't. They're it's constant. It's every time. You don't see him having that relationship with coaches like other players do. Other coaches that have coached Messi still talk about him to this day.
Yeah.
There's other players that been played by other coaches, and they still talk highly about their players. I don't hear a lot of coaches. You don't see Mauricio Pochettino, Thomas Tuchel talking about Mbappe like, oh, he was such a high character guy. He worked hard in the dress. Nothing. You hear nothing about him. Once
All I heard
ties-
this year was, oh, Mbappe is finally coming back and playing a little defense.
Yeah, and it's
That was like the most positive thing I've heard about him this
Yeah.
year.
he's
So then who's the problem? So both of them, and who's the worst problem? Is it Vinny or is it Mbappe?
Well, if I'm being honest, I think it might be the whole team itself because there's another video of when Xavi, it was when they're getting their water break.
Okay.
They're getting their water break. Xavi Alonso was trying to give directions and nobody was listening to him.
Nobody was looking at him.
Not a
I
single
didn't
player
catch
was
that.
listening, and he kept on going, like player to player, trying to talk to them, and nobody paid attention. I think they have too many superstars. I mean,
That's what Real is though.
I feel like they need at least a couple like average players in the team, so they can cause they have too much ego and too much standard.
Yeah. I mean, can you say that City or Barcelona has all superstars?
yeah, but they all dropped their ego for their coach.
Okay.
No one.
Yeah,
no
but
one,
that's what Real is. Real is up here. Who else has a theme park in Dubai after a football team? You know, there's a Real Madrid theme park
Mhm.
in Dubai.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, there's been other Real Madrid teams that have dropped their ego to be coached by a guy that's won trophies before. Zinedine Zidane, where he came in mid-season and won him Champions League.
Everybody was scared of
And
that guy.
Yeah, and that's Xabi Alonso. Like I said, you're saying who's at fault? I said the entire thing is from top to bottom. It was a bad appointment, a bad idea for Xabi, and it's on the players. It's all three, and it's a bad look for the whole entire team. There's no one that you could be like, it's his fault, it's his fault, it's his fault. It's the
everybody.
entire organization, and now even worse than that. Instead of getting a manager that's like, you know what, let's calm the waters down. They get a guy that his CV, which is his resume, is not up to standards again. They're gonna get another guy. They brought another guy in.
Was this guy supposed to be like a permanent?
Well, he's until I think
or
he's
did-
just finishing out the year. But
Oh,
at
well,
this
yeah,
point,
that's fine.
is it?
You know-
But what if
Well,
they fall
who
out
else
of
is out
Champions
there?
League?
Well, who else is out there?
You have to get someone that can calm the waters down, and at that point, you have to be like, you know what? The World Cup is not until a couple months. Go get Ancelotti back. and be like, you need to,
Ancelotti can't
you
be
have to,
back. He's
you're
not
gonna
coming
have
back.
to.
He's not coming back.
Well, I know, but at that point, you have to get someone that the players already respect that can come back and be like, you know what, let's just calm the dressing room. It's so toxic in there now. This is already, they lost to Barcelona, which is a big L to them. You saw the way they acted after losing. They were all
Oh yeah,
pissed.
it's always whoever loses, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a big loss.
But it's not like it's the first time they've lost. They continuously lose to Barcelona. They're getting beat by kids, and it's not even close. They're getting dominated, and it's not like Barcelona has a full team of all guys that are all healthy. You have a team that you have makeshift
Yeah, they've been down and out.
11s. You have but Hansi Flick is coaching and out coaching Xabi Alonso when he has guys coming back from injury, and Barcelona has a makeshift 11 taking out a Real Madrid team. And when you watch the game back,
Yeah,
it's
team who
just-
also lost to Albacete. or
yeah,
whatever
that,
the name is.
and they're going to continuously, and you say that it's okay that, you know, this guy could finish off the year, but look at, they fall out of Champions League, this is going to get continuously worse and worse.
Are they going to be the new Man United? Because Man United was.
They might have to go through a period where they become a team that, like, you know what, you got to start all. Barcelona went through that when Messi left. We had years that were, you know, Barcelona wasn't the giant that they used to be with Messi, Neymar, Luis. You know, they went through a period where they had to go through the mud a little bit. I mean, they were always in Champions League or close to it, but Real Madrid, every big team has to go through that little period where you kind of have
Let me
to
ask
use
you,
mud.
Shakin, how many Premier Leagues have you played in Shakin?
0.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
I'm-
That's a little shout out to the late great Bill Walton.
Um, and there's more than just Real Madrid. There's been other clubs that have lost their coaches this week. You know, we've had Ruben Amorim argue about his hierarchy at Man United, get sacked. Enzo Maresca for Chelsea. You know,
He walked out. Did he walk out also?
yeah,
He
it's the
walked
same thing. I think it's the same thing with Xabi Alonso that they just didn't want to make more of it than it was and be like, oh, we mutually parted ways. It's like when
By
you get,
the way, Chelsea, how many coaches have you had in the past
I think
year?
this is gonna be 5. This is gonna be our 6th coach.
6 coaches. Wow.
It's not like Man U. They've had, I think, 13 in the last 10 years. I think.
I didn't even notice.
They go through they go through managers because they're always comparing to Alex Ferguson. They don't give people, and again, the same thing with Real. They don't appoint the right guy every time. Get a guy that you want to play
who's
the
the right
system.
guy?
Well, you get a guy. So you have
Name one.
well, you have to have. What is Man United? I'm not a Man United fan. There's the fans of them. They have a way of. They want to play a certain way. Chelsea plays a certain way. So Enzo Maresca fit my system. He's an Italian manager.
Yeah, then
and-
he got fired.
Yeah, because he was arguing with the hierarchy, but he was playing the brand of football that Chelsea fans could be like, I recognize that football. Man United, every time there's a new coach, it's a completely different system. 3 in the back, 4 in the back, 2 in the back.
No coach is gonna come in and say, okay, I'm gonna use the last coach's system. He can't do that. He's
But
got to
you-
bring his own system.
But you play the system that is, you don't get a Thomas Frank from Spurs to go coach Barcelona. You get a guy like Hansi Flick that his
yeah,
Bayern
you get the
Munich.
under 19 coach to coach Barcelona or
Yeah, you
Real.
get Hansi Flick plays an aggressive type of football. It's fast paced moving forward, right?
Right.
You take that Bayern team, it plays similar to the way Barcelona wanted to play. They have the system in place to do that. So that's why they picked Hansi Flick. You have to get a manager.
Yes, but
that
here's another question: is okay, you're saying, oh, you got to build a system, you got to have a system. How can you do that when you fire a coach every year and you get you don't get different players? You have the same players with different coaches.
Yep.
Trying to put in different systems.
That's the
and,
problem.
And the players are like, okay, what do you want me to do? I'm confused.
That's the problem. You
Right.
have to pick a manager and ride it. And
Well,
you have to ride it
and,
to
and why
a
don't
point-
they do that?
Well,
Why?
that's not me to say.
I know,
I'm just-
but like, why do you think they just fire coaches left and right? And it's not like they're firing a coach they picked up from the street. They're firing like world class coaches that have won championships other places, and they've fired ex legends. I mean, why give them a chance if you're just gonna throw it away in a few months?
I think it's because they have too. I think it's because they have high standards for them. They give them too much. Like they give them too much high, like of a
Yeah, the
ask.
bar. So they have
Yeah.
the bar set really high. But it's okay. You can set the bar high, but you can't give the guy 6 7 months and say, okay, you got to reach it.
You have 6 and 7 months. You have 6 and 7 months to get in there, get what you need to get it, and pick up points. There's nothing
Right.
you could do about it. You
But what if the team just doesn't gel yet? It takes time. You have to let coaches play, or coaches coach and players play.
yeah.
You can't put in a new system every year and expect the players to just go out and win championships all the time. Which Real, I believe, they've done in the past, maybe, but I mean, it doesn't make sense to me.
I think it makes sense to the fact that, like, to me, an iconic coach, you can come in, and if you want to make a name for yourself, to have that CV of having the big team, that people, the Hansi Flicks, the Peps, they come in, and yes, they have a couple stomach blocks, but they ultimately win the league at the end of it. Or they play a certain type of football, like I said, that the fans get behind. The problem is that these coaches get fired because the fans lose touch with the team that they're. It's like I don't want to watch Chelsea pass the ball 4 million times backwards. I need them to go forward and get some shots on goal.
Well, that's why you got rid of Jorginho, because that's every. That's
Well,
what
yeah,
it
that's
is.
you want. It's
But what makes Giuseppe so good that he could just come in and win trebles in 3 different leagues? What sets him apart?
well, the players respect him and they're playing his brand of football. It's his brand.
So nobody at Real respects Xavi Alonso.
I don't think so.
Or
Well-
Moresca, for that.
Well, no, Maresca's a different story. That was the hierarchy that got rid of him. I think the players liked him. He won 2 trophies in 1 year. And granted, yeah, they're not the most prestigious trophies to win, but
Well, you won the Club World Cup.
Yeah,
How
so-
is that not?
what
you
I'm
beat
saying,
PSG.
yeah. So the players respect the guy that can come in and be like, look, you guys listen to what I said. We'll win trophies. That's what the name of the game is. Win trophies. It doesn't matter how else way you do it, but if you want to win trophies and stay in your job, win them, and that's it.
Well, he won 2 trophies and he still got fired. So what
Because it was
what
the-
are coaches to expect when they go and get hired by a team and they're like, well, I can win 2 trophies and get fired the next day?
That's the hierarchy. It's not
Well, it's because if you, I'm pretty sure, right, Maresca. It was because he wanted to buy players,
Yeah.
and they didn't let him.
And
which
he's
is,
just stuck.
And he couldn't do anything about it because he had an injured Cucurella. Who else was he gonna put on?
Yeah, you had nobody. You
He had
that
nobody.
18, 19-year-old that.
so.
and he he's 18 and 19 years old. He's not like the type of guy that you would put in
He's
the
not a
starting
Kubarsi.
11.
He's not a Kubarsi.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to put him for the full 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna need a replacement for Cook on the bench that has some experience, so they could sub out.
Right.
And if Cook gets injured, then you can put that guy. And then after that, once that guy gets tired, like in the last 15 minutes, then you can
Then you
put
bring in the 18-year-old.
the 18-year-old.
Right.
Do you want to be an owner of a team or what? I'm confused in the question you're asking here. It's not. It's,
I'm just so confused with football in Europe, where it's like nobody believes in anything anymore.
It's a standard.
It's not a standard.
The coaches that succeed, that stay in the big clubs, they win right away. That's what it is. You want to be a big name for a club,
Eventually, you're gonna run out of people that are gonna want to coach, right? Or
then you get reloaded. There's new coaches that are coming up all the time, and if they want to take that step, it comes with that's what the name.
what about your new coach?
Yeah, it's another coach that they screwed up again. Chelsea screwed up again by getting a coach that doesn't fit the bill. But there's young coaches that are itching for that job. And yeah, it comes with, you will get fired within the next 4 years. But if you want to be a name,
He's gonna get fired within the next 4 years.
He'll get fired before next year, right?
So you're saying Xavi Alonso, world class, went undefeated at Leverkusen, Real legend. He didn't even get 4 years, and you're saying this guy, who is he? He's gonna get 4 years at Chelsea.
No, I'm saying he will get less than 4 years. He'll be gone before next year.
before next. So you're saying less than a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most coaches won't last unless you're a coach that comes in, wins the trophies, and get going, and starts producing wins, producing trophies. That's what it is to be a manager at a big club. If you don't want to do it,
Right.
you don't take the job. That's what I'm confused about.
That's what I said last pod about Xabi Alonso. The lights were too much.
Yeah,
Everybody
shouldn't have taken the job.
He shouldn't have taken the job.
Yeah, and that was a bad.
But how do you not take the job? You just went undefeated, and you're like, well, I'm a Real legend. They have the players. I can do what Ancelotti did, and he couldn't do it. He's fired, but he had to take it.
He doesn't play the right system. You have to know your limits. You should know. Okay, let me see what you come to the table.
But you're saying
you're green.
You're talking about a Real legend who's saying, I don't believe I can do it. I don't think he's gonna say that.
No, he needs to come in with his ideas and be like, this is the way I want to play football. If you don't want to play the way I play, I don't want this job. I'll go somewhere else. There's other coaches. He could have went to Bayern. They didn't have a coach at the time. If you want to take that job, it works both ways. They have to tell you what they want. You tell them what you want, and then you find the middle ground. But if you can't pick,
if you get hired on for 4 years, that means like, oh, I'm gonna get 4 years to try to build something, and then boom, you're gone after a few months.
It's just like any job. If you start a job and you think you're gonna stay there for years, but if you screw the pooch in the first 3 months, they're not gonna keep you.
Pep went to 12th place at the beginning of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything.
He has his resume.
I know, but he's in 12th place.
So?
Xabi Alonso's been in first or second place the whole season for Real.
The La Liga is completely different than the Premier League. La Liga is so top heavy. He could have lost 3 games in a row and he'd still be in second place. It doesn't change the fact that the Premier League is a lot different. It's a lot more competitive, and Pep. Okay, he's in 12th place. He wins 1 game, he's in second. That's how the points work. It's not like La Liga. You can lose like 4 games and you can still stay in second place. Atleti with Diego Simeone had a really crappy beginning of the year, and then every year there they are in 3rd place. Same with Dortmund. If you're a big club, that's what you expect. And Pep can do whatever he wants because who can say that he's won multiple trebles? He could do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What? Well, we know what he does, but.
Yeah, but that's the difference. Xabi Alonso doesn't have that credibility. So yeah, he got fired, and that's how it is. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Go ahead.
Well, I feel like coaches like Pep and Zidane and all of them, I feel like they put the standard too high because they won so many trophies in a certain amount of time that now everybody expects somebody like a big name like that. Like for example, Xabi Alonso, they're like, oh, he has a high name and this and this and that. He's gonna get trophies. So he has to come in and win. I feel like the coaches now because back then, for example, Serie A, it would just be AC Milan winning it, but it would still be competitive because everyone would have a different style of play. I feel like now managers are.
So AC Milan was the big team in Serie A?
Back then, yeah, right. Back then, it would be.
It's Juve, but the Italian league is different. It's different. It's
just because every league is different. For example, right. Bundesliga, it's different from La Liga.
Oh, Bundesliga is like Bayern or
yeah, but the year that Xabi was there, he dominated the league. He didn't lose a single game. And
that was great football to watch, by the way.
Yeah, because his tactics worked, and then next year, he lost, but he still did good. So they got him because he had the first good year at Leverkusen. The second year he didn't win, but he still did good. Like maybe he'll do good in La Liga, but it's a whole different league, and it's different from what he has.
It's probably I would say, even though I'm not the number 1 fan, probably the biggest football club in the world.
Yeah,
it is.
But that's where you take it.
Yeah.
But if you get fired in 3 months, I'm not gonna cry because you knew what it was coming in. If you don't like it, then don't take it.
All right. Well, to finish off this whole conversation, does Xabi Alonso get another job somewhere else soon?
Yeah.
Where's he gonna go?
You got to go back to where he started.
Because he can't.
He has to go back to Bundesliga.
Really?
It's where he already succeeded.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
I feel like. Oh yeah, Leverkusen.
Or where should he go?
I mean, people are probably like, "Oh, get him to Man U," but I feel like he's gonna fall apart at Man U.
Really?
well.
Guys?
It's to you just
It's-
you just complained that he got fired from Real. It's Real Madrid, Man United. It's the same
Yeah,
for
but,
England.
yeah,
people.
but Man United at least gave Ruben Amorim a couple of years, right?
Yeah, but
Months.
he didn't even make it.
Yeah.
He didn't even make it 2
It
years.
was only one season. It was a season and
That's
a
what I'm
half.
asking.
It's
how
the
long did he
same.
coach there? How long
A
did he
year.
coach there?
A year
but
to change.
yeah, because he joined their mid-season. He was coaching Sporting, and then they paid they
Yeah,
they
and
paid
then he came in
they paid a
mid-season.
fee.
Oh, okay.
But he's gonna it like Jazz says, if Real Madrid ate him alive, Man United, the people in England are even ruder, and they care about Man United more than the Spanish people probably love Real. Man United is the pinnacle of English
Yeah,
media.
yet they've been nowhere near the top the past 5
And
years.
they keep firing people. So you think that they're gonna just
Yeah, but
let
no,
Xabi
no,
Alonso come
forget
in?
about the whole firing thing. You don't think he can come in and do a
No.
good job at Man U?
No. Yeah.
No, I feel like he won't do as good. Like he's gonna try his tactics there, and I feel like he will
But he has
connect
the
with the
captain
players.
there, though.
No, but I feel like he's gonna connect with the players, but eventually it's gonna fall off like every coach at Man U because sooner or later they're gonna get injured. They're gonna start not paying
They
attention.
don't have money.
They're not gonna have the
Chelsea
money to
don't
pay
have
him. They're not gonna have the money
Why
to
wouldn't they have money to pay him?
because
They're
they're
in the
probably
hole.
gonna pay him a big salary to get him there.
They don't have money. I'm like, how does
No.
Man United not
They don't have
money?
any money. They've been paying coaches for the last 12 years. You think
Oh,
just
and
because you
they-
get fired, you don't get
Oh,
paid?
they still keep paying.
Yeah, they're playing players that don't even play for them. I think they're still playing
It's
Jadon Sancho to go kick rocks at Villa.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, because when they do the loan transfer, they're like, okay, so you put in this much money, we'll put in this much money.
So you're still paying for all that.
You still pay
So
for
it's,
them.
it's the
even
Bobby
though-
Bonilla effect.
Something like that.
Bobby Bonilla is a baseball player who signed a contract, and he played like
I remember this.
he played in the '90s, and he signed some type of contract with the New York Mets, who they're saying that they're like one of the worst teams to, and dealing with contracts and stuff. But to this day, I think he still receives they call it Bobby Bonilla Day because he still gets $1 million from the '90s when he used to play for this team.
Well, yeah, Man United is the same as Real Madrid. They make poor, but Real Madrid has a better track record. But Man United has a really bad track record on paying for players that shouldn't be there. Like I said, you
Like
buy
Garnacho,
the-
who's on your team,
yeah, and they're still paying for him now. I'm getting receiving.
and he scored twice for you, lad.
Yeah, but I'm saying that they don't buy players for their system. They continuously buy coaches and players that don't fit their system, and then they're like, well, we have to get another one. And then he brings more players that don't fit the system, and then it's a repeated cycle. That's why Real Madrid needs to get this, stop it immediately, get the waters clear, and be like, look at this team of Real. You have
What?
the greatest.
Okay. New argument. Forget the whole Xavi, Alonso, all these other coaches. Why not get rid of some of these players? Vinny's on his. You can get rid of Vinny.
Yeah, you could.
You can get rid of Mbappe. I don't think you should get rid of.
No.
But why don't you get rid of players before you fire your coach?
Yeah, you could.
If Vinny
Who
walks,
has the money? Who has the money?
what do you mean who has the money?
Who has the money to buy Vinny's contract? You think it's gonna be cheap to get him out of his contract? Not only do you
Send him
have
to
to,
Al Hilal.
Well,
For
no,
free?
If you think about it, because they have to play a release clause because
yeah,
because
on
Real-
top of the
Real-
contract that
yeah.
they're gonna pay.
Real Madrid most likely did a release clause which is really expensive, and on top of that, they have to give him a big money contract because he's a superstar at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they would have to wait for his contract to end, and then go for him. Because
How do you guys know all this stuff? I don't.
This is a football podcast.
I know.
We,
That-
you're not with the media. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, I'm just here for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Just for the football, just. I don't care who gets fired. I don't care who does what. I just want to see good football.
we need Real Madrid really needs a new coach. They need a guy.
Well,
a
of course they
system
need a new
guy.
coach. They have.
Yeah, they need a system guy that can make this team work. And it's
They
not
need
hard.
El Piojo from Mexico.
No.
Was that guy who's coaching MLS? No, what's his name? Was it El Piojo?
I have no idea.
Who was coaching Messi at Miami?
Mascherano?
Oh, the Mexican coach.
Remember?
Remember? That was a Mexican coach.
No clue.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right, but I have no idea what his name is.
Oh, okay. They call him El Piojo.
Getting back to Xabi Alonso, I think that Jazz was saying that the Man U job isn't right for him. I also agree with that.
Okay.
I think Xabi Alonso should go back to the Bundesliga and start right back up. But the team that he should go with, not Leverkusen, not Bayern. Obviously, Bayern has a very good coach and they're dominating the league. But go take the job from Dortmund. That team is made to win now, and it's a bunch of kids that need a coach that can go and
Not a bunch of kids, but yes.
you can build a team with that Dortmund team, and it's not like they're far away. They're second in the Bundesliga. They have a good coach, but go get a guy that can elevate your club even higher. They're always there in Champions League. They're a team that a lot of.
And you don't think that coach is doing a good job that they should maybe keep them instead of trying to bring in Xabi Alonso?
There's been fans that have already disliked the way he coaches. He's a coach that's come in the last 2 years, and yeah, okay, he's in second place. But like I said, for the 8th millionth time in this spot, it's the system that they want to see. The fans want to see.
The system.
You don't watch when you watch. I'll break it down. When you watch Crystal Palace, you're not gonna watch them to be like, this is gonna be a masterclass in scoring. You watch Crystal Palace because you already know in your head, okay, this is gonna be a scrappy team that's gonna try to get off shots here and there, but they're a scrappy team that runs around and is able to get the ball through the net by just being just the quickest to the 50-50. They're not the
Right place
best
at the right time.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Fulham. You don't watch Fulham and be like, God, this is gonna be like 7-6.
I watch it because Raul Jimenez might score.
You watch a certain team to see like their style of play, right? That's what you watch it for.
No, I watch it because I want to see the players that I like.
And you like those players because of the system that they're playing in. Florian Wirtz is a system player. All your favorite players are system players. You take that guy and you put him on a different team,
now
they can
he's
play
not
a different
doing-
player. They
Exactly.
play different.
Why not?
There you go.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So they're a system player.
So why don't the owners see this and say, well, that guy's great, but he doesn't fit our system?
They do. The good clubs know this. The Man Cities, they don't get guys that are like, oh yeah, that guy's really good, but he plays that certain way. We'll bring him in anyways. They don't do that. They get guys that fit Pep's system because Pep's like, okay, that guy plays close enough to what I need. Bring him in. But he doesn't go get all the best players. If he did, Mo Salah would be on City.
Mhm.
Then you would have guys from other clubs from Liverpool
Lucas
playing
Paquetá
for
would be at City.
playing for City, but Pep gets guys that
Yeah, Pep was trying to get Lucas
yeah,
Paquetá a couple of years ago.
but City gets guys that fit his system. All the best clubs do.
All right. So to finish off, it's a system, right? You
Yeah.
play the system or you don't play the system.
Yeah, and
You
you
get
have
fired, you don't get fired.
you get fired if you don't play the way the fans want to see it, because they're the ones that pay to watch you guys. So I mean, if you lose the fans, you lose the locker room, you're losing your job. Okay.
So to close the pot, I just want to let everybody know, if you didn't notice, my Dortmund Grassi kit here. Thank you, Daryl. He's Jazz's team's athletic coordinator here. He went to Germany. So this is authentic German store-bought jersey. So thank you very much, and that's cool. Is yours from?
No, and
No?
you know that, and I'm glad that you asked.
Is yours from Mexico? No.
Probably not.
It's super close, but it's not. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.